Hi everybody, it's Levi. Welcome back to the Nerd Cave, and today we're going to solve a problem I think many of you have had. You're running around the kitchen, you're preparing dinner, you've used the last of the olive oil or you've used the last egg, and you need to stop and write that down on your grocery list, but you can't because you're in the middle of making dinner. Wouldn't it be nice if you could just holler at your Google Home Assistant and have the assistant put that on your shopping list for you? So today we're going to show you how to do that. We're also going to give you some suggestions on other ways you can use this technique, whether it's a task list, a shopping list, gift ideas, anything. So let's jump right into it and show you how you can make your life a little easier with one of our favorite services, IFTTT, your Google Home Assistant, and ToDoist. All right, so here we go. We're going to start out with the ToDoist website in case you're not familiar with it. ToDoist is a great task management list system. There's a mobile app, there's a web app, there's software you can install on your computer. But what we have here is a basic shopping list. I already have some Bona on there, which is our floor cleaner. I'm going to add a few more items as I would normally. Wonder Bread, maybe we need some eggs, and you always need milk when you go to the store. So that's how we would normally add something into our shopping list using ToDoist itself. But what I really want to do is be able to talk to my Google Home Assistant or talk to the Google Assistant on my phone and have it just show up there. So we're going to come over to IFTTT, a service we've talked about in previous videos, and we're already logged into our account. We're going to come over to My Applets, and we're going to create a new applet. So, as we talked about before, the this in the sentence is the trigger. So, what is going to start this process? And that is going to be the Google Assistant. And there we go, Google Assistant. So, there's a couple different ways we can start things off, and I'm going to show you what I consider to be the most powerful tool with Google Assistant when you're using IFTTT, and that is say a phrase with a text ingredient. A text ingredient just means that I can put a phrase in the middle of my sentence that can be whatever I want. This is spectacular for lists, for sending messages, and a few other things. So, what do I want to say when I'm talking to my Google Home? After I've woken it up by saying the wake word, which we'll demonstrate in a minute, we're going to go ahead and say add $ to my shopping list. And in this case, the $ is going to be whatever item it is I want to put onto my list. And it doesn't have to be a single word. It could be an entire phrase, as long as it's preceded by the word add and followed by the words to my shopping list. Now, because I want to make this as natural as possible, and there's a couple different people in the house that might say this a different way, I'm going to put in a couple of alternatives that it could listen for. Add $ to my grocery list, and perhaps one more, add $ to my food list. So we have three ways that we can do this now. Now, this is the part that I really like as well. What do you want the assistant to say back to you? So I usually put something in here that's specific so that I know she understood what I was saying. So I'm going to say, okay, I added $ to your grocery list. Now, she's going to respond the same way regardless of which of those three first options I choose. But when she does respond, I'm going to know that she got it exactly right. So now I'm down at the bottom. We're speaking in English for this example. Go ahead and create the trigger. The second part of this is going to involve our ToDoist account. So I'm going to come over, and again, I'm going to search for ToDoist. ToDoist. There we go. I've already connected my ToDoist account, and if you have any trouble getting either your assistant account or your ToDoist account connected after watching this video, shoot us a note in the comments, and we'd be happy to help you out with either a video tutorial or a quick write-up. So the only thing we can do in ToDoist is to create a task. So we're going to pull that up. Which project? I would like the project to be on my shopping list. Projects are ToDoist's way of categorizing the different lists. The content of the task is going to be the ingredient. So I actually want the text field. The text field is whatever was in that $ that we created earlier. So we actually just want that in there once. So whatever I said in the place of that $ is what's going to come across. Now, there's a couple other things we can add here, and we really don't need to do anything else. Our shopping list doesn't really have priorities. Our shopping list doesn't really have a due date, although you might, but it would have to be a due date that was relative to everything you added. So for our shopping list example, this is pretty much it. I am going to add one quick note that says sent from Google Assistant. Now this is a premium ToDoist feature, so if you have ToDoist Premium, this will work, and then you can categorize all the things that came from the assistant or came from somewhere else I am not currently a premium user, but that is a really handy thing to place in there just so you know the source of that item on your list. So we'll go ahead and create that action. And that's it. So if I say add $sign to my shopping list, then create a task in shopping. I don't want to receive any notifications when this runs, and we'll go ahead and finish it up. All right, so we've created our applet and we're getting ready to test it out with our Google Assistant on the table right here behind us. But before we do that, I want you to see the grocery list that I did online is right there on the app on my phone. So we'll be able to see right away if this works. Here we go. Hey Google, add bleach to my shopping list.
Okay, I added bleach to your grocery list.
Hey Google, add bananas to my food list.
Okay, I added bananas to your grocery list.
All right, now she responded correctly twice, which was I added the item to your grocery list. And if we look on the list on our phone, we have down there at the bottom bleach and bananas as well. So we know it worked. And from now on, anyone in my household can holler at the Google Assistant in the kitchen and add something to the shopping list. So the next time I go to the store, I don't have to ask everyone what they need. It's already there for me. And when I'm ready, I will just swipe away these products as I go through the store and get them, come home, and we'll start the whole process over again. Thank you so much for tuning in. We hope this was useful for you. Please follow us on social media and at nerdbutler.com. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram as @nerdbutler. You can find us on YouTube at youtube.com/nerdbutler and on Facebook at facebook.com/nerdbutler. We're looking forward to talking to you again. Please leave us a comment. Let us know if this was useful or if there's something else you'd like to see. And we'll have more tips for you soon on how to do more with the technology you have and how to make your life just a little bit easier.